Hi everyone and welcome back to our player skill menu series. In the last episodes we've worked on making it have a cooldown. However, there's a slight problem. This cooldown will only work per slot. Now, which may be the case, may be fine for what you want to do in your game. However, there is an alternative, which is to make it per ability. So if you were, for example, to have the same ability in 2 slots, you want the cooldown to happen on both those slots at the same time. So let's talk about how to actually achieve this. Let's jump in and see what we have to change. So the first thing we need to do is go to our project settings to edit our tags. So go gameplay tags, manage gameplay tags, add new tag. And we're going to have in here skill dot and then the name of the skill. Oh, if I could type and spell, that'd be great. And might make the source here the gameplay tags, add new tag. Okay, so you do one for every single skill that you have in the game. Okay. Next, we're going to close that. And now we need to assign the skill with the tag. So a couple of the ways you can handle this. So at the moment, our skills are actor based. So everything is in an actor. However, you could do it also data based if you want. Totally up to you how you want to handle it. We'll keep it simple and keep it on the actual actor itself. And on the variables here, we're going to go ahead and add in our skill tag. And that'll be given the gameplay tag variable type. So now if I go to my Bifrost skill, I can go to the right hand side and set the skill tag from my skill menu. Skill.bifrost. Okay, next up, I need to make this change on the character to reflect the use of those tags instead of an index. So let's go over to our third person character. And here we have the current setup, which is using our index-based approach. So instead, we're going to go to our skill map and we're going to change it from an integer to a gameplay tag. Now it's going to give us a load of warnings saying, are you sure to change the type? Yeah, we do. It's going to break a few things. So we need to go around and fix a few of those before we go any further. So the first one is this find over here. So this find is no longer going to work. So if they disconnect it and reconnect it, and this needs to find what slot we want to fire off in here. Now, the tag we want to find in here is going to be related to the skill that we've got assigned to the bottom. Okay. So where does this tag come from now? Well, on our character, we need to have some way of knowing what slots are assigned to what skills. So in our variable list here, we're going to have a assigned skills. And that's going to be an array of our base skill base classes. And it will be a class reference, not an object reference. So we're going to take this out and then get a copy of 0. Because this is still the bottom one, we still want it to be 0. We're just going to apply that to there. And we can add our skills to the list like so. So this skill map on the find now is going to take this assigned skills, get a copy of the first one in 0. And in here, we're going to get the class defaults. And in particular, we want the skill tag. We can hide the rest of the pins. We don't need them. Okay, next we're going to go along and change our add. So let's just disconnect that and disconnect this. And we'll plug our skill map back into the add. And as you can see here, we want to plug in the tag here correctly. So we get that from the skill reference. And in here, we can get the skill tag. This will also need to be passed through on our event dispatcher. So go to the event dispatcher and change that to be a gameplay tag. And that will plug in like so. Now, because we are using our pin here, a skill base, we want to make sure that that reconnects just fine to our skill base here. In this case, this won't be changed to a skill based here, not the Bifrost particular. We'll plug that in there, like that. In fact, you actually don't need this one, I don't think, anymore. Let's have a look. No, we don't actually need this one anymore. We can just rely solely on it being spawned out and stored in our map. So we can now delete that. Hit compile, and that should clear up all of our references. So to recap, what's happening here is our assigned skills is a fixed array of what skills we have assigned to our slots. So in this case, bottom slot is getting slot 0. And in here, we're finding the skill, see if it exists. If it doesn't exist, great, spawn it in and assign it to that slot. And the slot is based upon the tag, not an index. So that's going to call on that. And that'll fix that. However, on the quick slot now, this is going to change now. So if I compile this, I'll get an error. So let's just change this signature, which is what basically we call the parameters here, to match what we're getting across. So it'll be a gameplay tag as the key. Disconnect this, plug that in, and compile that. Okay, so the skills cast, we know what skill's being cast here, and we want the skill quick slot to be assigned a particular skill. It needs to know what skill it has. So that will come from the player character. So on the construct over here, on the third person character, we're going to get the assigned skills. And I'm going to get from that the index that we had previously and store that as the value. So now on skill cast here, I can get the assigned skill, get the class defaults, and get the skill tag. So what's actually going to be happening now is each quick slot has assigned an index value of like 0, 1, 2, or 3. And we're looking at the assigned skills list to find what skill is assigned to each slot. And then when it gets called, we're just checking to see that, hey, did you just play one with the same skill assignment as the tag here? Now, if you to make a system where you can swap in and out what skills you have assigned, you'd have to recall this and change the value based upon that assignment, but we can cover that later on. But right now, that should work. Okay, so let's take a look at this. What I need to do is I need to assign my skill to both slots here. So let's go to our player character, assign skills. We've got the first one. I'm going to add a second one, a skill Bifrost. So we've got 2 skill Bifrost, one in the bottom one in the left. That's what 1 refers to. Let's go to our quick slot menu and make sure that that's set correctly. Skills, skill slot menu. That should be set to 1. It is. Excellent. So now we can go ahead, push play, go into our game, hit A, and we can see the skill has reacted to both those slots. And I can't hit again. I have to wait until the cooldown's finished, and then it can go. So there we have it. A really cool, intuitive cooldown system for our skill menu. There's one more thing left to do, and that is to make it so we can assign skills and swap skills around in our various slots. So you can catch that next episode right now over on patreon.com/Ryan Laley. We can find all my videos early from just $1 a month. So thank you to all our patrons and YouTube members for their continued support. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.